What is going on, my friends? Another Crypt season video. You guys want to see those, and I don't really mind doing those videos. They don't really take a lot of efforts and you enjoy them, so I mean, we're all happy, right? We're talking about the Crypt store and what you should buy at the end of the day should you go for any of the characters. Now I'm going to start with the GOATs. We can choose between Edenian Bloodcindel, Vampiress Melina, and Cosplay Jackie Briggs. Quite frankly, none of these GOATs is incredibly powerful at Fusion 0. However, Jackie is not a bad fighter, so if you can farm a lot of hearts and you don't mind grinding for Jackie, for 5,000 hearts she's kind of worth, but at the end of the day, that's only if you can afford the rest of the stuff that I'm going to say. So, if you can afford and you don't mind grinding, then it is okay to go ahead and buy one copy of Jackie. Vampiress Melina is not worth. There is only one thing that I can think of that Vampiress Melina really shines in. This is a team with Slasher Jason and Classic Scorpion. If you have those guys high fusion and you don't have Vampiress Melina, then again, it is kind of okay to try to unlock her. But if you have her at any fusion, she isn't really worth spending hearts for. So if you don't have her unlocked and you have Classic Scorpion High Fusion and Slasher Jason High Fusion, then it's worth to get her once. If you already have her, don't worry about her. Now, Edenian Bloodcindel is a super useful, not actually super useful, but super fun to play card. I absolutely love her, and her design is incredible. However, she doesn't really offer much at Fusion 0. You can still go for her, unlock her, and use her just for have fun. But at the end of the day, she isn't really incredible at low fusion, so she isn't worth spending 7,000 hearts. If you can afford to go ahead, unlock her and have fun, after all, she's the newest character released in the game, but if you're on a budget, let's go that way, then probably you have to focus somewhere else. So let's talk about the diamonds. Cold Scarlet is not really worth, not even unlocking, not even going for 10,000 hearts. She isn't really that great. I mean, she's like a B plus diamond character. She has regeneration, which is good, however, she isn't really a perfect fighter. There are much better diamonds than her, and at Fusion 0 she doesn't really offer anything. So I wouldn't recommend going for Cold Scarlet. The same thing applies for Ronin Takeda. Ronin Takeda is even worse, unfortunately. He works only in Ronin team. So if you have the rest of the Ronins super high fusion, but you're only missing Ronin Takeda, then it's a good idea to get him just to complete your Ronin team. If you already have him, any fusion, unless he's fusion 9 of course, and you want to just go ahead and max him, then sure. But if you don't have him and you're wondering whether he's worth, no, he isn't. At Fusion 0 he cannot do anything. At Fusion 10, in Ronin team, he's good, and more or less that's it. Classic Movie Raiden is a good diamond at Fusion 0, due to the fact that his special 2 deals 30% of the maximum health to the enemies. If you follow his special 2 by his lightning specific sphere or whatever you want to call it. So this also works if the enemy is frozen. So in a way, you can use Classic Movie Raiden in Fusion 0. If you don't have him, it is a good idea to shortlist this guy and try to get him, because he can be super useful. He isn't the best character at low fusion, but he's definitely useful. Still though, 14,000 is a lot. If you can farm them without any issues, then go ahead. And out of all the diamonds, out of all the GOATs, he is the best to unlock, once again to unlock. So if you don't have him, getting him at Fusion 0 can be quite beneficial in certain situations. And now let's talk about the gear. The Edenian Force Rejection Field is a situational gear. It offers 30% increased health and 30% of your health being healed if you do special attacks, which is kind of underwhelming. It isn't really horrible, but it's not really incredible. And if you are doing a lot of games with teams and characters that often apply blind, then it's worth going for this piece, because it gives you a 40% chance to basically to resist the special attack if the opponent has blind. Generally speaking though, it is always worth getting the epics. Even the epics are not really that great at low fusion, such as this armor, and even if the epic is an armor, I usually prefer to get an epic weapon compared to epic armor, because I usually want to be on offensive to do massive damage. You know, offense is the best defense, people say it sometimes. But still, this is not really the greatest piece to unlock at Fusion 0, it is still good though. So you can shortlist it as well. However, what every single person, and I mean every single person, should buy is the Rocking Token. This is an exceptional piece. In fact, even at Fusion 0 it's great, because it gives 15% power generation boost, and look at this, special attack 1 deals 15% damage to all opponents. So if you max this piece out, it will give you 25% power generation boost at maximum fusion, and the ability to resurrect after you die. So generally speaking, this piece is always great unlocking, and this piece is always great fusing up, because you want to unlock the effect at Fusion 10. So if I have to summarize, the Rocking Token is a must. you have to definitely go ahead and buy this. At the same time, you can shortlist the Daniel Force rejection field, you can shortlist the classic movie Raiden, and you can shortlist a Daniel Blood Sindel. Also, you should consider cosplay Jackie, and you should only consider Vampiress Melina if you don't have her and you already have Slasher Jason and Good Fusion and Classic Scorpion and Good Fusion, because Vampiress Melina together with those two guys is super, super cool. In fact, this is the only team where she really works well. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. See you next time. Take care.